Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing this beautiful face for the first time, I'm Nurse Onyinye. To my old and returning subscribers, thank you for always sharing and engaging in my content. Just a brief introduction of who I am. I'm a registered nurse from Nigeria and a US RN. On this channel, I share with you nurses' immigration to the US, lifestyle vlog, faith and motivation you need in this process. If this sounds like what you like, make sure to hit the subscribe button and put on the notification bell so you will be the first to be notified when I upload a new video. Have you thought of the reason why nurses still fail the new generation NCLEX? Stay tuned on this video as I discuss with you reasons why nurses still fail the new generation NCLEX based on my personal experience and with that of my clients. First is inability to create a study plan. Before now, I did a video where I listed things that helped me and can also help you to pass the NCLEX at first sitting, and one of them is you creating a study plan. It's only you and you alone that will know the study plan that will work for you. I don't think anyone can actually write this NCLEX without devising a study plan that can work for them. Anything doesn't go all the time. First is sit down, devise a study plan that is going to work according to your lifestyle schedule. Most of the nurses in this process has a full-time job to maintain. So my dear, before you embark on writing the NCLEX, before you ever think of putting in your hard-earned money into it, you need to sit down, devise a study plan that is going to work for you. There should be some days you are going to attend classes online. There should be some days you're going to do practice question. There should be some days you're going to watch videos on YouTube and any other social platform, or days you're going to listen to audios. All these will help you to get this NCLEX at first sitting. This information does not only apply to my first-time NCLEX writers. Repeat test takers will also benefit from it. So make sure you draft a study plan that is feasible and reliable and that will work for you. It's not just drafting the study plan. Make sure you abide by it. Don't let any days keep you without achieving something while preparing for this NCLEX. At least bring out some hours each day to practice question, or to listen to audios, or to listen to YouTube video, and you will see that constant doing of something will make it stick within you even without you noticing it. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. The second reason is lack of understanding the NCLEX format. NCLEX is not just a school exam, it's a licensure exam. The exam that is going to give you a license to practice in another country, that is United States of America. NCLEX is not about memorization, it's about critical thinking, application, and decision making. So therefore, you need to know what is required of you concerning this exam. This is a new generation NCLEX. It came with its format. Back in the days when I wrote, it has a format. For example, during my time, certain questions are those questions whereby you pick multiple answers, and if it's expected that the answer is 2, you should pick 2. That's the 2 correct answers and move on. If you pick 3, then you have failed that question. But with the new generation NCLEX, for certain questions, if the answer is 2 and you pick 1 or you pick 2, they are going to mark that one you got correctly for you, and that's it. There is no negative marking. NCLEX is not where you cram the answers to the questions. As a nurse, you need to think critically. What keeps your patient alive? What is the best thing to do at this point? Okay, so you need to understand what the exam is all about. New generation NCLEX has case study. The least number of case study that you see is 3. The maximum is 6. I've actually had clients who had 3, 6, and I noticed that those ones that normally get up to 6, most times they don't pass it at first sitting. Reason I don't know, but one thing I notice is if you don't know how to answer case study questions, it's part of the thing that will waste your time and you might end up not passing at that sitting. So know how to answer case study question. Case study question is that type of question where they give you a passage, a patient detail, then you have like 5 questions or more to answer using those details passage they gave you. The thing is, if you fail the first question, you getting the subsequent ones is by God's grace. So try and know how to attempt case study questions. Get your question banks. I recommend bootcamp for that. It's dealt with case studies very well. The third reason is lack of confidence and fear. Fear is expected to precede every big exam like NCLEX, but don't let it overwhelm you. That is why I tell people, let God take control. Let God be the first and the last in this process. You can't do it on your own. Sometimes the fear is even uncontrolled. Like you don't even know when it overwhelms you. But I want you to remember that you went through nursing school. You did it. You wrote that professional exam. You became a registered nurse in your country. So therefore, you can overcome that same fear and write NCLEX and become a licensed nurse in the US. Confidence is what you and only you can build in yourself. No one can do that for you. Believe in yourself. Believe you can do it. NCLEX is just like every other professional exam people write. I've written it. And I want to tell you that it's not that difficult. It's not that scary. If you read very well. If you read very well, even in that exam hall that day, yeah, the first few questions might throw you off balance. But as time goes on, you get to see familiar questions and you'll be calm and focused to attend to the subsequent question. But when you allow fear, fear always comes with being too anxious, making you to pick questions without even making you to answer questions without even understanding them, all because you are fidgeting. So my dear brother, my dear sister, build that confidence in yourself while you are studying for this exam. Don't let it overtake. Don't let fear overtake you. Go into that exam hall, grab that mouse, pick the correct answers by God's grace, and come out with your US-RN title. The fourth reason is inadequate preparation. This still points out the first reason I engage you, that is having a study plan that is going to work for you and you alone. I know there's a lot to read in this, and that's the same thing I used to pass, and same thing every other person that you have heard that passed used. So yours is not going to be different. Prepare as if everything depends on this exam. Read as if everything depends on this on reading. Pray as if it revolves around prayer. All that you need to do, make sure you do it. Attend your classes, solve your assignments, listen to audios, watch YouTube videos, practice questions. I know there's a lot of NCLEX preparation videos online. Some will tell you, I prefer NCLEX within 2 weeks, I read it within 3 weeks, and watch this video or buy this, and it will make you to pass NCLEX within 1 week. I'm not saying that it's not true, but do what works for you. If it's going to take you 3 months, 6 months, 1 year as a full-time worker, so prepare. Take that time so that when you go in there, you will not come back empty-handed. NCLEX is all about preparation. Don't cram it. Learn it. Let it become part of you. Think critically. Apply questions is what NCLEX is all about. You don't get to see what is this, what is that. For example, you will see a drug, a particular drug, and you'll be asked so many questions on that particular drug. If you have gone to cram just 1 or 2 questions on it, and what if those questions are not what you see on the exam day? So make sure you prepare very well. There's a lot of preparatory materials out there. I did a video on the material that I used to prepare, and you can also use question bank that I used during my time, and that's still what people are using, and there's testimonies everywhere concerning NCLEX. While preparing for NCLEX, don't just read textbooks. Don't just read Sundance. Get question banks. Test yourself. When you attempt a question, read the rationale, whether you got the question correctly or incorrectly. Have a study group if you can be able to build one. When you go to Telegram, you see a lot of NCLEX groups there. Join them. Most of these NCLEX groups on Telegram drop daily question and answer. Make sure to go through those question and answer. Telegram is that one social media app that allows you to see chat of 3, 4, 7, 2 years ago when you were not even in the group. Make sure to review all those past questions. You might be lucky to see the question repeated on your exam day, just like I had one of my questions repeated. The fifth reason why nurses still fail the new generation NCLEX is neglecting weak areas. For this process, for this journey, you're expected to know your weakness and your strength, which is likely to happen in any human being. There are some courses, there are some topics you will like more than the other. And the reason why you will not like the other is because you find it difficult to understand them. And most time, nurses don't like pharmacology. Yes, because of the calculation. But one thing you have to know is in NCLEX, calculation is very few. It's not much. Just sometimes you even, for a while, you might not even hear us say that we saw calculation. Sometimes you get to know that this period of time is rampant. But I want you to know that your pharmacology question or the calculation you will see in pharmacology is not going to be like someone who is studying pharmacy in a university. So just know the basics. Nothing much is required of you. On this note, I will recommend NCLEX Crusade for you. He did a 6-day, I think a 6 days or a 5 days course on pharmacology. Okay, watch him and you'll be grateful you did. Learn how to do conversions. Yes. In US, weight is measured in pounds, and most time their unit for height is in meters. Know how to convert. Know your ounces, your pints, and all of it. So what I'm saying is, whether you like the question, whether you like the course or not, that doesn't change whether it's going to come out in your question or not. So that your weak point, make it your strength. Bring down more time, dedicate more time to deal with that topic. Okay, you might be fortunate and unfortunate, and you see that particular topic or question dominate the whole of your exam. But whether it dominates or not, you are going to pass it. Okay, so one thing people do, or one thing I notice people do, is when they don't like a particular topic, they'll be like, I'm praying to God that he's not going to come out, let me study the ones. No, know all of it. Your study should be balanced, your review should be balanced. When you're testing yourself on this topic, the outcome should be high, and same applies to the other topic. And the last but not the least reason is not having a question bank. Is there someone in the process of preparing for this exam and you are planning to take the NCLEX without testing yourself on question bank? Please, you need to re-strategize. You need to take a U-turn and get a question bank for this process. I don't think NCLEX can be done without question bank, be it any question bank, whether you would Archer, Kaplan, Horse Review, Bootcamp, any of it. Make sure to get it. Reason for a question bank is, it's not just that you learn, it teaches you. You test yourself on your level of preparation. Your scores will tell you whether you are ready to face NCLEX or not. Question bank are NCLEX style questions. Yes, they are close. Sometimes you get to even see a question you study being repeated on the exam day, but that's not what I'm talking about. You need a question bank to assess yourself, to assess your level of preparation. Yes, take it from me that NCLEX cannot be done without question bank. Even if you read the whole textbook in this world, how do you assess yourself to know that you are ready for this exam? And the only way you can do that is through question bank. Get question bank, solve questions, read the rationale, whether you get the answer correctly or not. Check your scores. If they are dropping, they need to know that you are not doing it well. You need to strategize. Check your weak point. Take out time. Deal on questions or topics that you are scared of. Those topics that you don't like, that when you see questions on them, your heart skips a million times. Then you need to deal on those topics. You need to answer questions on them very well. Okay? I know that some of you might be saying that question banks are expensive. There are group subscription for question bank. If you are not too rich to afford a question bank, yes, it's quite expensive. The group subscription will still give you the same results that personal subscription will give you if you utilize it very well. Okay, so if you don't have money to get a personal question bank, get the group, utilize it very well. Okay, I'm not actually telling you the particular question bank to go with. Just pick anyone that works for you. Just know that NCLEX without question bank is you heading towards coming back to write NCLEX for a second time, and I don't wish that for you. My prayer for you is that you get it once and get it right. Thank you for staying till now, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Do well to subscribe by hitting the subscription button, turning on your notification bell, and sharing to your nurse friends. Bye, and see you on my next video.